Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a speed test comparison between the Infinix Hot 12 versus the Realme C25S and the Realme C25S as well as the Infinix Hot 12, and both phones is powered by Mediatek Helio G85 processor with 6GB of RAM on the Infinix, while on the Realme we have 4GB of RAM. On the back we have triple cameras on both phones. On the Realme we have 48 megapixel main camera. Also we have 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor on the Realme, while on the Infinix we have 13 megapixel main camera with a 2 megapixel macro. Lastly we have a AI lens on this phone, and the back on both phones is made up of plastic, and the frame on both phones also is made up of plastic. On the Infinix we have fingerprint scanner on the side, while on the Realme we have fingerprint scanner on the back. Also on the bottom we also have a headphone jack on both these two devices, although we had dual speakers on the Infinix, while on the Realme we only have single speaker. So in this video I'm going to show you how is the Mediatek Helio G85 is performing on the Realme C25S against the Infinix Hot 12. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. Now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Here we go. Logo schema first on the Infinix as compared to the Realme. Also we have Android 11 with the Realme UI version 2.0, while on the Infinix we have Android 12 with XOS version 10.6, latest softwares on both phones. And the Infinix is more faster when it comes to booting up, be the Realme C25S when it comes to booting up. Now the Realme is also done, and you can see about 4 or 5 second difference there between these two devices when it comes to booting up. And guys, now let's talk about the displays between these two devices. On the Infinix we have 6.8 inch which is a 720p plus IPS LCD display with 90Hz refresh rate, while on the Realme we have 6.5 inch 720p plus IPS LCD display with 60Hz refresh rate. No high refresh rate display on this phone. Also on the Infinix we have punch hole on the center, while on the Realme we have water drop notch. Also on the bottom chin as well as the side bezels, it is feels more bigger on the Realme because the sides of the Infinix is 90-degree flat. So now let's see apps opening speed. And guys, everything's closed up in the background. No application is running in the background. Opening up phone dialer, little more faster on the Infinix. So next on the list is the settings, faster on the Realme this time. Let's go to the display and let me show the refresh rate. We have 90Hz refresh rate versus a 60Hz on the Realme, and that's really disappointing on this phone. Now check out some more application. Now let's start off with the Amazon shopping, and that is faster a little bit on the Infinix as compared to the Realme. So now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels very similar on both phones, but if I see very closely, yes, and the Infinix is a little more smoother. So now let's open this. Very similar on both phones. Now check out some games application. Now let's start off with the Candy Crush saga. Candy Crush is exactly the same on both phones, and you can see also we had dual speakers versus a single speaker. Here is the Realme looks like with a single speaker. It is also really good on this phone. Here is a dual speakers looks like on this phone. The dual speakers on this phone is much better as compared to the single speaker on the Realme. Now let's open Instagram, faster on the Infinix. Let's see pin out. Pin out is exactly the same on both phones. Let's open Snapchat, very similar. Let's see Spotify. Spotify is faster on the Realme. Let's see Subway Surfer. And the Mediatek Helio G85 is performing very similar on both phones, but Infinix this time is a little more faster, not a huge difference. So now let's opening up the Temper 2 on both phones without any wasting time. And you can see, and the Temper 2 is open on both phones at the same time. Infinix it turned, Realme it is also right behind there, about half a second difference there. Now let's opening up the PUBG Mobile, and PUBG Mobile is having some issues on the Infinix because of the Android 12 software I think, but on the Realme is working absolutely fine. Infinix is a little more faster in that area, but I am facing this issue again and again. Realme is done, about half a second difference there, and both phones is give you a smooth graphics with ultra frame rate. Now let's opening up the Tutor, and that is faster on the Realme. Now let's open Zedge, and that is very similar on both phones. Now let's see the scrolling, and in the start I see a little bit lag on the Infinix, but now it is a little more smoother on the Infinix because of their 90 Hz refresh rate. And last time I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Now let's see who is going to be the fastest one. Camera is open up more faster on the Infinix. Also with the Android 12 update, we have a camera indicator icon on the Infinix because of the Android 12 software. Now let's look at the front camera. Both phones has 8 megapixel selfie camera. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. I am seeing default Google Chrome on both phones. Now let's see wikipedia.com, very similar on both phones. Now let's see the scrolling, and you can see lag on the Infinix in the start, but now it is a little more smoother on the Infinix. So now let's open this English, also very similar on both phones. Let's see the scrolling, and again a little more smoother if I see very closely, but not a big difference. On the list is the samsung.com, and that is very similar on both phones. So now let's see the scrolling, again very smooth on both phones, no lag whatsoever. So now check out RAM management on both phones. On the Realme we have 4 GB of RAM, while on the Infinix we have 6 GB of RAM. Phone dialer, refresh on both phones. Settings, that is not refresh. Amazon shopping, refresh on both phones. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, refresh. Instagram, refresh only on the Realme. Let's see Pinout, refresh. Let's see Snapchat, refresh on the Infinix. Let's see Spotify, that is refresh. Subway Surfer, refresh on both phones. Let's see Temper N2, refresh on the Realme. Opening up the PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile is refresh only on the Realme but not on the Infinix. Opening up the Tutor, seems like refresh on the Infinix. Zedge, refresh on the Realme only. As we're back to the internet browser, that is refresh on the Realme only. And guys, over I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the Infinix as well as the Realme and both phones is performing very similar in system-based application. As far as the game app loading are concerned, that is I feel a little more faster on the Infinix, but about half a second difference there only. In terms of the RAM wise, and the Infinix is performing a little more better in the RAM management as compared to the Realme. Also on the Infinix we have 5000 mAh battery size with 18 watt fast charging. With the Realme we have 6000 mAh battery size with 18 watt fast charging. And that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Infinix Hot 12 versus the Realme C25S. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.